weather here has been quite warm, and I've been doing a lot of dreaming about the fall and winter weather. I'm thinking about Halloween and Christmas, so I'm checking out my local Goodwill. This little area at the front by the door always stops me in my tracks, but look at this price. $40 for this vase. You guys, you can buy it new for that price. I can't even understand what Goodwill is thinking when they price some of these items. So I bypassed all of that at the front of the store and I headed back towards Textiles because I love a good handmade knit piece, and this one had some really beautiful fall colors. Then I came across this blue and white one, which was pretty, but kind of reminded me of summer, so I decided to leave that one in store. But anytime I see something that has a neutral color scheme and has ruffles like this, I definitely want to check it out. And although this one was really pretty, it wasn't what I needed for the size of my bed, so that one definitely stayed in store as well. Now, I'm always on the hunt for cozy throws, and this one reminded me of the Barefoot Dreams. The feel of it was super soft. Now, because I'm going to be trying to incorporate blue into my guest room this fall, I thought this was a good option. It was pretty neutral, so I thought it would work, and the price was right. It had a very high-end feel to it, so I wanted to see what the brand name was on the tag, and I have never heard of this brand. Maybe you guys have. Leave me a comment below if you know anything about this company, because that was a beautiful throw. Now, the main reason why I decided to head into Goodwill today was to look for holiday specific items, and although this one was very soft and very cute, it did not fit the color scheme. Neither did this one. I used to go with all of the red and black for Christmas, but I've kind of moved on from that. And then I headed over to the Halloween section. I regret not buying this little pup with the ghost costume. How cute was that? And I'm always on the hunt for stackable jack-o'-lanterns. They are so expensive when you buy them new. So anytime I come across them at the thrift store, I definitely consider picking them up. Also, take a look at the beautiful colors of these pillows. Perfect for my guest bedroom for fall. These also went into the cart. Now, I'm not typically someone that uses placemats in my decorating, but I always like to see if there's any promising patterns or colors that I could use to make a pillow cover. Nothing on this day, so I headed back to the furniture section. This caught my eye, definitely not my style, but I wanted to check it out. This is a retro record player. Holy moly, this was a beautiful piece. I obviously don't have the budget or the room for it, but I thought it was worth checking out. And I am definitely not in the market for any new furniture, but every time I come across small sized dining tables, I always consider them because I do have a small home, so always looking to make more use of the space I have. I thought this piece would be cute in the kitchen, like a little pie safe that I could put decor in and maybe stain it a darker color. But then I took a closer look at the doors, and the panes were made out of plastic, so that was a no-go. But that would have been a cute little addition to my fall kitchen. I was really wishing they had two of these because these are exactly what I have been on the hunt for my front porch, but there was only one. And then the metals section is a place that I love to check out. Look at these copper colored mugs, so pretty. And then this was interesting. I think this was a candle holder, but it had a very different look depending on how you turned it. Had the skull and the raven, some jack-o'-lanterns. $5 though was a little expensive. I remember seeing these at Bath & Body Works, but this one also was $5.18, so decided to leave it in store. And then I came across this little sign, and I was kind of glad that I decided to leave those behind. Collect memories, not things. I actually need to keep that in the back of my mind from time to time when I'm shopping, because that is great advice. How pretty is this chair? It was in great condition, no stains, no tears. but I don't have a use for anything like that at this moment in time. So I checked out these two wicker pieces for my patio. This bottom one was really promising to me. It was a Hampton Bay coffee table. And although I thought it might work on my front porch, I wasn't sure of the height or if the color would match what I already have. So that one stayed in store, and I headed to the Halloween section for a little bit of inspiration because I do have Halloween decorating coming up. We are already into the throes of Halloween decorating on the porch, and I have more to come. So cute little ghosties like that one, and fun jack-o'-lanterns, pieces that are sort of family friendly and cute this year is what I'm going for. I have seen people use pieces like this. I think this is from Michael's originally, in their coffee bar. So there are so many ways that you can kind of create a collected look for the holiday season at Goodwill without going over budget. And this metal jack-o'-lantern is one way to do that. Take a look at how cute this was. $4.18 was a pretty good price. I thought it was pretty sweet, and I love that friendly jack-o'-lantern smile. When you start early for the holiday season, you can find some really great pieces. As we get closer to the specific holiday in question, you will start to see that the area where they keep all of the decor for that season really does thin out. So this is why I like to shop early. I'm checking out mugs, and take a look at this nutcracker cookie jar. How cute. I love little pieces like this smiling Santa. In the late part of the summer, there are always so many great pieces that you can find to add to your Christmas collection at Goodwill. So you never know what you're gonna find in the art section, but unfortunately this Goodwill location does a terrible job of organizing everything. You can hardly get into it. So I headed over to Florals and Baskets. I thought this was pretty. I thought it was one piece. Unfortunately, it was two. I would have picked that up, actually. If that was a basket with those florals in it, that would have come home with me, but just didn't really like the idea of it being two pieces. Then I saw this, and I really wasn't sure what it was. Maybe you guys could give me an idea of what in the world that might be. I always check out florals. The color of those little flowers caught my eye. I thought they were pretty and neutral for fall, but unfortunately the rest of the florals in the arrangement kind of reminded me of spring, so that one was definitely a no-go. And the colors on this caught my eye also. I thought that was really pretty, but I have an aversion to the berries. Those like berries on the stem, I definitely don't like those. Part of the fun of the upcoming season is being able to change out my seasonal mugs. So I am always on the hunt for really pretty ones like this neutral one at Goodwill to sort of change up the fall options. This one was pretty. I decided that I don't need any more mugs though. Of course, then I saw this Hearth and Hand one and I was like, oh my gosh, I definitely need that. So you guys will have to stay tuned to find out which one I decided on. Just around the corner from the kitchen section is this aisle that I love to refer to as the tchotchkes. Every once in a while, I find something really pretty. I thought this was gorgeous. I thought it would work very well in my bedroom for fall. I'm always on the hunt for a good candle, so I thought this Williams Sonoma kitchen candle would be promising, but once I checked it out, it really was not in great shape. It looks like it was melted from storage, and it really didn't have a great scent, so that one stayed in store. And also I've been on the hunt for unique rolling pens, and I thought this one was kind of interesting. $5.18 for a rolling pin isn't terrible. I just didn't think it would fit on the pegs that I have on the side of my fridge. I checked out this one because it was a little bit smaller, but I don't know. I'm looking for really unique ones, so I'm gonna keep my eye out and take a look at this adorable scarecrow. How cute for the upcoming season. Loved it. I'd love for you to leave me a comment and let me know if there was anything in store that you would have brought home with you. You guys, thanks so much for thrifting with me today. I will have a haul video coming shortly, so see you then. Bye-bye.